Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. An NL West matchup on the show. It's the San Diego Padres taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. All right, first pitch coming up. And towing the slab, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. And Siggy, he's a workhorse. Loves pitching deep into his starts.
Well, a very solid ERA last season, just a little over 3. And when you've got a guy like that taking the mound for you, the offense is definitely expected to score 4 runs at least, unless they're really struggling. So you know, more times than not, when he's on the bump, you're going to win the ball game if you just do your part as an offense. So last year, great year. He wants to repeat that or even improve. And I think there is some room for improvement. He's got good stuff. It's just executing from hitter to hitter.
On the ground right side into the outfield, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Just one of those seeing high base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
And here comes Sander Bogaerts. And a ball and 2 strikes. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Oh, he jumped the gun for second. To second, and he's out.
Really nice job right there, especially on the mound. Sometimes when that runner breaks, everybody panics, especially the pitcher, and then you don't make the play, you don't execute what needs to be done to get that runner out. That time he just stepped off calmly, dealt with the situation, and they got a pretty easy out after that.
This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone. Two out, space is empty. And down on strikes. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. It's the Padres nothing. Dodgers coming up. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. And we're back. And starting in this one, Michael King. How about a report on him, Chris?
He really relies on working down in the zone with that heavy sinker he's got. You know, it's not as popular to throw that pitch today as it used to be, because when guys are looking to hit balls down in the zone, get them up in the air. It's very important for him when facing same-side hitters to be able to get it in, especially early in the count, and to opposite guys be able to throw it at that front hip and run it over the inside corner.
Got him swinging. So digging in, Rocket Kim. One down, base is empty. Struck him out looking. Strike 3 called, and a slider at the knees.
Well, there appears to be no problem settling in on the mound out there today. It looks pretty tough to start this one, punching out the first 2 hitters of this ball game. And somebody's going to have to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and get something going.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one missed.
Looks really sharp at the start of this one. This is how it's going to be today. It's going to be a tough one for this lineup.
That one is absolutely belted. And that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And that's a double.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. He hit that ball really well to deep right field right there. Got a pitch to drive and just stayed through it nicely. Didn't quite have the trajectory to clear the fence, but you're always happy with an extra base hit.
Here's Kyle Tucker. That one missing inside.
The strategy of winning a ball game, when you can make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter up. His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
First and second, 2 down. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Mookie Betts. At the belt and fires. Swing and a miss, and that is that.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
New inning getting started, and now the veteran third baseman, Manny Machado. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field. Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
And now the first baseman, Ty France. The 1-1. And a foul ball. Machado aboard here at first with nobody out. Next offering way off the plate.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
And he deals. Out towards right center field. Tucker on the move. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down. Here's Nicholas Castellanos. Second inning here. No score. And the right-hander deals. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
You hear people talk about letting the ball travel so often in terms of a hitting approach, and that's a great example why right there. If he's willing to let that curveball get a little deeper into the zone before he commits, he's way more likely to recognize that it's making a beeline for the dirt. On the other side, still a nice 2-strike pitch, though.
They get the force, and that will end the inning. Padres leave one. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. We head to the bottom of the second. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Teoscar Hernandez. The 1-1. And another ball. The pitch. That's hard hit in the line. Castellanos hauls it in, and there's one away.
The third baseman,
Here comes Max Muncy. One thing with Max Muncy, and it'll be interesting to see what he throws here. He hammers the fastball. Kicks and deals. Bouncer to second. Cronenworth. The flip. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2.
batting in, the catcher,
The batter now will be Will Smith. That one at 95 missed up top, and that's ball 3. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. 2 outs. In the air to left center. And they get the out on Smith. And that is that. We'll move to the third with no score. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the DH, Sung-Hyun Song. And the righty deals.
No, outside.
In the air, center field. Pajes gets under it. One away. Freddie Fermin, the next up for the Padres. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out.
Yeah, and because he's got the big arm, he pays attention to the running game and is sure to manage it.
Out to short. Throw on to Freeman, and there's two away. So the batting order turns over. Here's the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. And another ball. Swing and a miss. That's strike two. Just missed.
Really good take, especially with two strikes.
On the ground, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Padres down in order. Back here in L.A., set for the bottom of the third. And here's the rookie center fielder, Andy Pajes. The 1-1. And that's outside. Wouldn't chase that time.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And a 3-2. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk. Freddie Freeman up to the dish. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Oh, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
The 1-2. And that one finds its way through. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
He was all over that one. There's nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped. Got out in front and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it.
And now Rocket Kim. Good eye in that spot.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
3-2 now.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
2 on, 1 out. Here's Shohei Ohtani. And another ball.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
That one's in there. Full count now. 2 on, 1 out. And there's ball 4.
Well, that sets up a really big at bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
Kyle Tucker getting ready to hit. All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
Here's Mookie Betts now. Turns and fires to Betts. And a 2-1 hammered but foul. The pitch. And a swing and a miss. Huge strikeout there. And the Dodgers leave him loaded. And we're still knotted at 0. On to the 4th. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Xander Bogaerts. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Pajes makes the catch for the out. And there's one down.
Now batting, right fielder, Fernando Tatis.
And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. One down, base is empty.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Into center. Should have this one. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 2 down.
The third baseman, number 13.
Manny Machado up to the plate.
Machado.
Ball to strike. The pitch. Swings through that one for strike 2.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but...
Well, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. Still no score. Back here at Chavez Ravine. Bottom 4, here's Teoscar Hernandez. Here's a 1-1. Foul ball there. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Righty delivers. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7. Here's Max Muncy. That funky Muncy. Left-hand batter waits. Line drive. Merrill hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Man, he smoked that fastball. He's all over it. It's just frustrating when you can't get it to fall. Maybe next time up, he'll find a hole.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. Pitch misses there, and that's ball 3. Foul ball. All tied up. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And that's ball 4.
They just keep handing out gifts, Boo. Were we supposed to bring something?
Singy, I think just our presence is the present. And next for L.A., Andy Pajes. Foul ball still a 1-2 count. 2 outs. In the air out to center. Has a beat on it. Makes the catch. And the inning is over. 1 left for L.A. through 4. Still tied. Zip, zip. We go to the top of the 5th. Stepping in for San Diego, Ty France. A line to kick the pitch. Got him swinging. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
So up next, Nick Castellanos. That misses the zone. Now 2-2. That one 95 to finish him off.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Now here's Jake Cronenworth. 2 down, nobody on. You're in game 1 of this 3-game set. And another ball. Fastball for a strike. Hard ground ball, base knock. And that keeps the inning going.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Good eye right there.
2-2.
Two outs. Ripped on the ground a second. Throws to first in time. Out number 3. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. And we still have no score. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now it's the Dodger leadoff hitter, Freddie Freeman. Left-hand hitter waits. Ripped to third and caught.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
On a line out towards center. That's a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Just a very nice approach and swing right there.
Yu Darvish gets the ball now.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Now a chance for Shohei Ohtani. And he can't come up with it. Makes the turn at second, heads for third. Lead runner holds at third, so 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out.
He has had such a good day today. I think he's going to want to leave when it's over.
A couple of doubles today for the DH. And now the right fielder, Kyle Tucker. Kicks and fires. That one finds the zone. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Righty to the plate.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Second and third, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5.
3 balls.
And that one goes straight to the backstop. And the wild pitch will play to run.
That's one way to get your first run of the ball game across. You'll take that every day if you're on offense, and maybe that gets them going a little bit.
And the pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. And a pitch. Stays alive. And that one hammered. This one's got a chance. Pulls it in on the warning track. Runner tags for home. That's a sacrifice fly as he comes across, and they lead by 2.
Well, he's always capable of losing one over the fence. He might have just missed it right there, but a good job to drive in that run from third.
Here's Mookie to hit. Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 1 and 2. And it skips in the dirt. The wind of the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the third straight at bat. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. 5 innings complete. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Padres nothing. Back here at Dodger Stadium. Start of the 6th, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Freddie Fermin. The wind of the pitch. Fights it off. He'll see another. And here it comes. And another ball.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
And down on strikes he goes. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. So digging in, Jackson Merrill.
He's quickly adjusted to Major League pitching, and it looks like he's only going to get better. There's a reason he's rated so high as a prospect, and so far, he looks like he could be the real deal.
Over to first. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th.
Now that
Here's Xander Bogaerts. Next offering upstairs. Fernando Tatis Jr. hoping for a chance he would represent the tying run.
Yeah, Boog, plenty of power in that bat. They'd love to give him a shot here.
And he walked him.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is if you are the offensive side of it.
2 outs. And that's off the inside edge. And a count 2-1. Wouldn't chase that time. Manny Machado into San Diego on deck circle. With the tying run at the plate, and we're in the top half of the 6th. In the air, left field. Hernandez under it. Brings it in. And that is that. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Padres nothing.
Here's a fun fact. Dodger Stadium was also the home of the Los Angeles Angels for 4 years in the 1960s while they waited for Anaheim Stadium to be built. When the Angels were playing games at home, instead of Dodger Stadium, they called it Chavez Ravine Stadium.
3-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. 3-2. The punch out there, and there's one away.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
And another ball. The pitch. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
He hasn't gotten the result yet, but he's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this pitcher.
1 down, base is empty. Gets a piece and stays alive. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Got him looking. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
Absolutely dotted the edge of the zone right there. That was a tough battle, man. So to make a really quality pitch and just catch him looking like that, it's got to feel good out there on the mound. That was a fun at bat to watch.
And now Will Smith. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And the Dodgers are set down in order.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff.
And we're back. Top of inning number 7. Here's the third baseman, Manny Machado.
The third baseman, number 13, Manny Machado.
Next pitch misses. Now 2 balls and a strike. The Dodgers bullpen with some action. Alex Vesia looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Trying it, getting loose as well. Right-hander kicks, deals. Got the back going too soon, and strike 2.
Man, he's been really good, about to hit that 100 pitch mark here in the 7th. Man, we'll see how far they're going to ride him, but it's been pretty good so far.
Ripped to short. Betts whips it to first. 1 up, 1 down.
The first baseman, number 14.
So digging in now for San Diego, Ty France. One down, base is empty. Swing and a high fly ball, deep left field. Hernandez going back, and it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard. France into second, and he's got a double.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Recognized the break on that pitch early, and that allowed him to keep his front shoulder in. You know, it's easy to bail on those front door breaking balls, but a great job right there of letting it travel, then unloading a nice balanced swing.
Nick Castellanos will hit next. The tying run at the plate. And there's a ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Tying run at the plate. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And Castellanos is out. And there are 2 down.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
Next for the Padres, Jake Cronenworth.
Well, there's a reason why he's at the bottom of the order. Struggling as of late, but a knock here would be a huge lift for him and for his team.
Now a pinch hitter coming on for the Padres, Jay Bowen. Big spot for him here. The pitch. And 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
In the air, fairly deep to right field. Tucker should have it. Brings it in for the 3rd out. 1 left for San Diego. They trail things here 2-0. So remaining in the game defensively, Jay Bowen. He entered the game to pinch hit and now man second base. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Andy Pajes.
Leading up for the Dodgers, the center fielder, Andy Pajes.
And the pitch. Swings through that one out in front that time. on the ground. And that one finds its way through. And that turns the lineup over.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Just kept it simple, played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. Nobody out, runner at first. In the air, right side. Tatis settles under it. Tatis makes the grab.
The batter, number 6, second baseman, Rocket Kim.
Rocket Kim steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Man at first, one away. And there's a foul ball. Got him. That's the second out.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way. That time, a little anxious.
Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Odd choice here. They intentionally walk him, and the runner now into scoring position.
These fans don't like to see that because they showed up to watch him swing the bat, but this team does not want to let him beat him.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Kyle Tucker. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
Well, that's today's style of baseball right there, right? Big time velo on the bump and big time pop at the plate.
And another ball. First and second, 2 down. Here at the bottom of the 7th. And that's a strikeout looking. Big time third strike to end the inning against a real threat. No runs, a hit, 2 left. 8th inning coming up. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Padres nothing. Back here in L.A. We're at the top of the 8th. Now it's the DH, Sung-Hyun Song. So now a pinch hitter, Gavin Sheets. And he deals. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him looking. Not sure about that call. Pitcher might have gotten a friendly strike 3.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
And now, Freddie Freeman. Now a screamer into the outfield. Hernandez makes the grab on the run.
Now batting, the center fielder, Jackson.
So the lineup flips over. Up now the Padre leadoff man, Jackson Merrill. 2 down, nobody on. Line drive, Adam in center field. Padres go down quietly. They trail it here 2-0. Back here at Chavez Ravine. And now the shortstop, Mookie Betts.
Well, here's an interesting stat on Darvish. He has more than 100 wins in his big league career. The only Japanese-born pitcher with more wins is Hideo Nomo, my former teammate.
Here's a 2-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Up the middle, and he knocks it down. And they get the out after the ricochet.
Now batting, left fielder.
So up next, Teoscar Hernandez. One down, base is empty. Fly ball down the line. Could be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. And that's a 2-bagger.
Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
And now it's Max Muncy. And a foul ball. And a pitch. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Coming home. He'll score easily. It's 3-zip.
Well done. Drives in the run. Didn't try to do too much with it. Just to really control.
Matt Waldron taking over on the mound.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And now it's going to be Will Smith. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And the right-hander deals. And that one is lifted in the air. Sizes this one up. And he makes the catch. Andy Pajas steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Got him. Outside pitch got the better of him that time. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. Last chance coming up for the Padres. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set to start the 9th in this one. Down the number 2 hitter, Xander Bogaerts. The pitch. On its way to the corner. And that drops foul.
He's been so sharp today, even over 100 pitches thrown. His skipper is leaving him in there to finish the job.
Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Beats him for the first out, and that completes the strikeout.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
One down, base is empty. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Tatis waits. That one missed.
Talk about the right guy at the right spot. They really need a rally, and this guy is someone you can believe in to find a way to get on base.
Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. A solo shot. It's 3-1.
The count was full, but he was ready to swing it. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
And here comes the Dodgers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Yoshinobu Yamamoto gives way. Really solid performance out of him as he leaves with a slim lead. We'll take a break. New arm when we get back. So they turn to Edwin Diaz out of the pen. He's into the game with the bases empty. Here's Machado. Swings and misses. And the count 1-2.
Well, that insurance run in the bottom of the 8th inning was so good to add on, especially with this power hitter at the plate. If he goes deep, you're still up in the ball game. Really good spot to be in right here.
The Dodgers leading by 2 here at the top of the 9th. And that's outside. And a full count now. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Hard ground ball, base 9. So a man aboard now with one away.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
Stepping in for San Diego, Ty France. One run across in the frame so far here in game one of this 3-game set. This one in the air. He's under it. Squeezes it, and there's 2 down.
Now that left fielder.
So they're down to their final out. Nick Castellanos, the next up for the Padres. A little out front there as he swings through it. Diaz is just 1 strike away. Got him, and that's the ball game.
After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll, and that's the momentum that just takes on a life of its own. Players start hitting up and down the lineup. You never know who's going to come up with the big hit, who's going to come out of the bullpen and get the big outs, but it's a good feeling, and you want to extend it.
And your final 3-1. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shammy saying so long.
Here now is our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Dodgers, 3 runs on 7 hits, no errors. They left 9 runners on base.